HARK, we are here. It is time for my exclusive preview of Star Wars Unlimited Set 3, Twilight of the Republic. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Xander and the FFG team for giving me the opportunity to showcase this. I also got to pick something that was really cool to be able to present to you because you may or may not have known, I'm a big fan of tokens. And we get a lot of tokens in this set, specifically token units, clone troopers, battle droids, whatever the case may be. So I have here art we've seen before, a number you might know if you've seen the tweet, but without any further ado, let's jump right into Synchronized Strike, a 2-cost command heroism tactic event. Deal damage to an enemy unit equal to the number of units you control in its arena. This is an uncommon number 99 out of 257 in TWI. We've seen the art before, we talked about it. We've got Barriss Offee, Shaak Ti, Aayla Secura. The idea behind Synchronized Strike is that it's effectively Admiral Ackbar's when played ability on an event. This is going to be a pretty big ground unit popper, effectively a little sniper shot that you can use to knock out one of your opponent's big units, which is going to be handy, especially when they're dropping those bigger separatist tanks or things with exploit. And if you still have your board of clone troopers or even just units in general, it doesn't necessarily have to be clone troopers, but it does really well with when you're deploying 2 clone troopers at a time, 3 clone troopers at a time, potentially even 4 or more at a time if you're using the Clone Wars. Synchronized Strike allows you to total up all of those units together and pop one of your opponent's units. And that's pretty handy. Given that it's a 2-cost, it's low enough that you can use it after you've set up your board for a specific round, or you can use it early on if your board is supplied. You've taken the initiative to be able to use this card on the next round, and then you can still do things afterwards because this is a lowly 2-cost, hopefully big unit removal. This probably isn't going to see too much play in a space arena battle because space units tend to have a lot more health than the amount of units that you're going to be playing in that arena. A lot of people discount space. There are a couple of space decks out there, but I don't think that command heroism is going to be the type of deck that builds that space presence in order to be able to use Synchronized Strike effectively. There you have it. Fairly interesting card design. Once again, thank you very much to Xander and the FFG team for giving me the opportunity to preview this card. Hoping this gives even just command heroism enough of a boost in removal so that they can continue kind of carrying on the tradition of being a powerhouse in decks. We've seen a lot of decks run command cards without having too much removal, having to dip into another aspect for removal. This is definitely better than Strike True, because while Strike True only requires 1 unit, you still have to have the unit on the board that you want to deal the amount of damage. Synchronized Strike allows you to use your go wide strategy in order to be able to deal that damage to one of your opponent's units, and that's pretty cool. So that's all we have. Thank you for joining me, folks. Try to get this short and sweet so that way you can get in, check out the preview, and get out. Hopefully you enjoyed this premiere. Thank you very much for joining me. Remember to like and comment on the video. Let me know what your favorite part of this preview was and what your favorite preview so far this week has been. Subscribe to the Star Wars Unlimited channel for all of your Star Wars Unlimited needs, and I'll see you in the stars.